Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Friday and welcome to Wicca 202. It is harvesting time. Have you made progress? That is the question, because here we are at the last class of Wicca 202. Wicca 101 has provided the watcher with the fundamentals of what Wicca is and its practices. This past year, we focused on various plants, animals, and crystals associated specifically with practitioners of the craft, as well as a bit of philosophy sprinkled in to encourage people to think a little bit more deeply about things. The question is, after coming this far, what have you learned? And even more importantly, do you still think that this is the path for you? The reason why I periodically encourage students of Wicca to re-examine that question is because there are few things worse than pursuing a spiritual path that isn't quite what you want or need, but you might feel obligated to continue for any variety of reasons. But the truth is, no one is obligated. Your spirituality is your own, and if your explorations persuade you that you prefer to pursue something else, there's nothing wrong with that, and nothing should hold you back, because you should go pursue something else if you've discovered that something isn't for you. But if Wicca is for you, then next week, Wicca 303 will begin. It will be the third and the final chapter of this teaching series. It's time to get down to the nitty-gritty, that business of fully integrating your spiritual practice into your life. The focus of Wicca 303 will be much more in tune with the ebb and flow of the seasons, and it's going to ask you to look inward and apply what you already know as you continue to learn. Each month will begin by focusing upon a particular theme, and we will focus on both the mundane and the magical applications of that, and specifically how we can unite the two, because if you try to keep them all separate, you're not going to be very successful. Integration really is the way forward. And the end of each month will focus on seasonal witch keeping and various ideas about how we can make the most of the energies of the season. And in the middle weeks, we'll cover a variety of topics to further encourage your growth. But before we completely turn our thoughts to the future, it's worth taking stock of what has been achieved thus far. If you've been following along through 2 years of weekly classes and doing the homework and your own independent research, and you've really been thinking about this and applying what you know, then you have a great deal to be proud of. You have put in the work. Just think of where you were before these classes began and compare with where you are now. Examine that distance you've come, and certainly things for you will not be the same as what they were. What has proven to be the most helpful to you? Have you discovered any natural aptitudes that you would like to adapt further? What has been particularly challenging, and what do you think would help you overcome that hurdle? There's lots for you to contemplate, but I do hope you'll give yourself a well-deserved pat on the back and appreciate what you have already done, and I hope this will fuel your enthusiasm for Wicca 303. Now for our homework for August 25th through August 31st. You didn't think I would let up on the homework, did you? I am relentless about this each week without fail. But number one, journal, not just to write, but also to flip through your notes and to retrace the journey you've been on. We don't always notice the day-to-day bits of progress that we make consciously, but a good review of where we've been and what we've discovered and how we got there, that can really help us see just what a distance we have traveled. Number two, meditate about what you want from practicing the craft, especially if you've noticed that your talents are leaning towards specific disciplines within the craft. And number three, set some goals for Wicca 303. Where do you want to be at the end of it? So I will leave you with that. Comments, questions, concerns, complaints, as per usual, leave them for me in the comment section below, or come pay me and the rest of the gang a visit at Blackbird's Brew on Gilded. Link in the description box below, and I'm happy to say there's a wide variety of witches that you could get to know, consult with, pick their brains, and, take on different perspectives that you can examine and think, okay, what do you think about this? Because it always comes back to, what do you actually think, and is it matching up with what you've experienced in practical reality? So you have an opportunity, and I hope you make the most of it. But that will do it for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye.